To hold a coin is to hold a secret. We often view money as a cold, calculating tool of trade, a constant in our economic world. Yet many have felt a strange shift when they find a coin at just the right moment, suggesting that currency holds meaning far beyond its metal and ink. Welcome to the Kel Chronicles, a numismatic history of the human spirit. This is an exploration of the sentimental narratives we leave behind on the metals that pass through our hands. Join me for a curated journey through time, memory, and artifact. As a collector, I have spent my life studying the technical details of currency, the mint marks, composition, and weight. But through my travels, I discovered a hidden layer to this hobby, a profound narrative of time and memory that rarely appears in any price guide. Currency begins to behave like a character. It starts to remember. When money enters our emotional lives, during grief, war, or difficult moral dilemmas, it transforms. It stops being just a transactional object and begins to absorb the gravity of those moments, carrying silent histories within it. This video is a collection of those memories, held flat. It explores the intersection of numismatic rigor and human folklore, designed for those who appreciate the technical beauty of an old note, but understand that the true value lies in the stories told when no one is watching. In this journey, we examine both the historical record and the human one. You will see how we project our deepest hopes, fears, and losses onto the coins that move through our lives. My hope is that you will never look at your pocket change the same way again. Currency is more than just a medium of exchange. It is a time capsule and a record of what a society trusts, fears, and chooses to memorialize. The Kel Chronicles preserves these cultural nuances as they intersect with human emotion. In our first chapter, The Currency of Grief, we explore how logic often fails to provide comfort, and the mind turns to patterns in the mundane. A simple cent can cease to be legal tender and become a powerful token of presence and connection for the bereaved. In one story, a family returned home after a difficult day to find coins in their coat lining, despite no shopping or transactions. This reminds us that when we face loss, our need for meaning is irresistible, turning a simple coin on the floor into a personal message. Another story recounts a family recognizing a specific scratch on a quarter, a signature from a coin their loved one once kept. They didn't view it as proof, but as recognition. In the realm of folklore, it is what is felt, not what is statistically possible, that matters. Grief can tune our senses to frequencies others cannot hear. We look at a story of a parent who repeatedly found pennies in the same corner storefront. For them, the coin wasn't about the money. It was an arrival, a way to communicate with their loved one. Some find that the pain of loss has a strange schedule. One woman described hearing a mental notification before finding a quarter exactly when she needed it most. Grief often finds ways to keep its appointments, offering small, supernatural comforts along the way. Sometimes the wrong denomination feels exactly right. Folklore doesn't follow logic, it follows meaning. A family once expecting a specific type of coin received something different, yet they found comfort in the intent behind the gesture, rather than the value of the object itself. For those experiencing profound loss, ordinary money can become a familiar voice. One individual found a single quarter placed in their pocket, serving as a silent, comforting reminder. It is not about the impossibility of the event, but the simple human need to feel connected. Finally, we consider the story of a change jar that began filling itself. In these accounts, our loved ones don't return as bodies, but as patterns. Like a gentle knock on the other side of a wall, these coins provide a quiet, thoughtful presence in the lives of those left behind. One of the most intimate tellings was about timing, not treasure. Whenever she left the house for something she could barely face, she found pennies near the curb. Folklore calls that an answering. Grief calls it the only thing that made sense. In these stories, the coin is a doorway, not a label. One family expected a particular coin, but a different one appeared. They realized the message wasn't about the object itself, but the presence of their loved one, proving the living still open the door. Why the coin? They are historically unique in their ability to bridge the macroeconomic and the deeply personal. Small enough to be overlooked, yet persistent enough to endure, they offer a sense of resumed motion and meaning during times of crisis. Coins are full of almosts. Almost lost, almost found, almost enough. They are old enough to carry visible history. When someone is hurting, that visible history becomes personal history in the blink of an eye, turning a heartbeat into a story we can hold. Why coins? Because they turn ordinary moments into something significant. It doesn't require faith, it requires recognition. It's about touching something ordinary and feeling, for one heartbeat, that it has become something more. The final resting place of every coin is a human story. We collect them not to measure weight, but because they are durable anchors of memory, quiet evidence that even the most fleeting encounters leave a permanent mark on our lives. Every coin holds a memory, and every memory is a chronicle. As we dig deeper into these archives, we find the tangible connective tissue of human presence across generations, illuminated by the glow of the stories we share.